Hi everybody, and happy holidays 2009. I've been collecting firearms since I've been 20 years old when I got my first Marlin 22 caliber tubular fed rifle. That was a long time ago. These days, I've been adding to my collection on a regular basis. I've seen a few videos on YouTube which folks have gone over their gun collections, so I thought I'd make my own. Today I'm going to show you my Sig Sauer collection. It currently consists of 4 handguns and 1 rifle. First, I have the Sig Sauer 22 caliber Mosquito in two-tone. It's a relatively new pistol in my collection. I got it in the summertime, so I really haven't shot it much. I got it because it's inexpensive to shoot and it has the Sig Sauer name. I just recently started collecting the Sig Sauer products. Before I go any further, I do want to make sure that everyone knows that all of my guns are currently unloaded and both physically and visually checked to ensure that there's absolutely no bullets in the barrel and the chamber. You will see some magazines beside each of my firearms which are loaded, but all of my handguns and my rifle currently do not have any magazines installed, and again I have visually checked for safety. Safety first. Right next door is one of my more favorite guns. This is a Sig P220 45 caliber. It's their standard model. You'll see that I have 3 magazines displayed, but actually I have anywhere between 6 and 10 magazines for each one of my firearms. In some later videos, which I'll show you my black guns, I have many more magazines. This is an incredibly good, accurate, and well-made machine. Matter of fact, all the Sig Sauers are fantastically made. When you fire this thing, which I've done at the range several times, there's barely any recoil, and it's incredibly accurate. This particular model it's a standard model, but this particular model also has the Sig night sights on it, which make it very easy to see in the evening or dark hours, as well as a rail system, and I do have multiple lights and lasers that fit on the below Picatinny rail. Right next door is my Sig P229 in 9mm. This is actually my most favorite weapon. Again, this is the Sig P229 in 9mm. Extremely well made firearm. Again, it's one of my favorites. And right next door, my final pistol is a Sig P226. If you notice, all of my guns are in the standard black and traditional configuration. With the exception of the Mosquito, all of them have the rail mounting system underneath. And again, so my P220 is in 45 caliber, my P226 and P229 are in 9mm. Again, I have multiple magazines, but I'm only showing 1 below. Now for the most recent purchase that I have in my collection, which I got just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, is their new 522 LR rifle. Let's take a look at this thing. It's actually a very close copy of their 5.56 model, but this one is in 22 caliber. It has excellent weight, excellent feel. While I don't have one of their 5.56, a close friend of mine does, and I can tell you that it has excellent feel and excellent quality and craftsmanship. When I got it, it does have a flat top, and even though if you look online, they have both rails on the demo model and their Sig red dot sight, I want to be very clear that it does not come with one. Neither product was included with the purchase. I paid $5.15, which is suggested retail, and it came with one 30-round magazine, came with the standard blue Sig box, locking mechanism, instruction manual, and of course the rifle. When I purchased it, I also purchased a second magazine. That's shown right there. Again, both are slated at 25 rounds. I think I said 30 before, but they're actually 25 rounds. But because of the manufacturing process, they're very hard plastic. They're actually see-through. You can actually literally see right through them. They're extremely hard to load. Let me reach down and grab one. Put it in front of the camera here. I'll take a second to autofocus. You can see that they're smoke clear. This one happens to be loaded. And about the best you can get in there is maybe 22 rounds. I tried to get 23 and it was very, very difficult. If I move the magazine around a little bit, you'll see that it has no mechanism for relieving any tension in the spring. Unfortunately, Sig did not include that. It is, however, a very well constructed magazine. Again, this one's holding 22 long rifle rounds. As a side note, I've been investigating what Black Dog sells, and they have a 50 rounder, which they say can be used in the Sig 522. Don't have one yet. I'm going to look into it. But it's a very well made magazine, very hard plastic. Looks like it's going to be very durable, but again, very difficult to load. So just want to let you know that's actually one of the negatives about this particular firearm. Taking a look at the actual rifle, and I'll talk about the scope I installed on it a little bit, you'll notice that it has a hard plastic handrail system, and if you look carefully, you'll see that on mine, I do have the accessory rails. They were purchased as an accessory. They come with 3 and all the mounting equipment, although no instructions, from Sig for $20, and they fit perfectly on there. As a matter of fact, I've been told that they're the same ones that fit on the 5.56. It's a 3, 6, and 9 piece configuration. Took about 15 minutes to install. I've never taken the gun apart, but there are 2 pins in the assembly. I'll zoom in on them right now. There's one of the pins, very similar to an AR-15. 1 pin there, and the second pin is right by the safety. You pop them out. The upper receiver just separates from the lower receiver. You gently pull the handles aside. Very simple to do. Basically, right there. The lower receiver will slide off. You can install the rail on the lower one. Fits perfectly under. The screws and nuts are actually designed specifically for this handrail configuration. So all you need is basically an Allen wrench to tighten them up. Ironically, I used the Allen wrench that came with my GSG5. It fit perfectly. And then with the bottom rail off, you can easily attach the 2 upper rails. Again, it took about 5 or 10 minutes to do all 3. Very, very simple to do. And again, a very well made, very nice fit for $20, which I just simply got from Sig by calling them online. The rifle itself, again, is fantastic. It comes with the traditional folding Sig stock. Zoom in on that a little bit. That folds in half, so you almost have like a pistol, as well as there's 5 or 6 positions of extension by simply depressing the knob, the lever at the bottom. I'll zoom in on the lever now. Right there. You press that lever in and the stock will move out 5 or 6 different positions. Give you a nice comfortable rifle feel, or if you want more of an assault type feel, you can go ahead and move it all the way in.